Hey everyone, in today's video we will be creating a process that will create or attach a file to a database, ensure that it attaches the file to every database in the unit, and another process that will create the file unit itself. The four files, the cluster, the index, the blob, and the columnar data files that we need for our normalizing the physical layer. This is actually something you can do without using this master data management model to improve the speed of your current system. So check it out and I hope you enjoy.
Alrighty, so I'm going to drag this card over the database file creator, and we're going to create a database file creator and one that will make sure that files on every database type that we send it in. So let's just get started. Alrighty, so new query, standard comments. I'm going to pass in a subject family name, and I'm going to mark it as a UDT name right now. Subject family is similar to the data point type that I was talking about. It can't be explained right now without causing some confusion, but that'll be for later, probably next sprint we'll talk about it. Dataset type name, same thing like data point name, dataset type, it's a type of file, and the database name, which we're going to handle just like we handled in the user-defined type creator. So instead of just doing nvarchar max with my SQL scripts, I just created a new data type for dynamic SQL because that's what it is. So when we're in procedures and we see dynamic SQL, we know what's the purpose of that variable. Now I just need to declare my base, which is, alter database, db plus the database name, and add file. And actually, we're going to open up the database create single. We're going to steal this right here, which means we also need the file path. So we'll just paste that in, and I'll go get the file. We're going to create a file path. We'll do 250. It's a pretty long file path, so that'll work. Declare file path is UDT file path. So let's see. We're going to get rid of the database type name because we're going to send it in as the name plus type name. And we're actually going to add the subject family and the dataset type as additional tokens. So the file will kind of look like something like fs, system main, reference, cluster, fs, system main, reference, index. Because we need 4 for our unit, cluster, index, and blob. And now I'm just going to check to see if the file actually exists before we add it to the database. So once again, db plus our token, database name, and it's system.database files. Where name equals, I just pasted my tokens because, we're working with patterns, so we can develop relatively quickly just reusing these same patterns. And I think that might be it for my file. So we're just going to make sure that, all of our variables are there before we do anything. Make sure they are not empty or null. Oop. There we go. This would be come on. Subject, family, and data set type name. All right. If they're good, then let's begin. We need 3. So 1, 2, 3. We'll do execute equals. Nope. Got to make sure to comment. Place base equals script. All right. And I'm just going to copy these tokens. And there we go. So this would be database name. The next one, subject family. I'll just quote these up while right now. And last, data set type name. Awesome. Oh, forgot about the file group, which is going to have the same name except for it'll have FG to represent a file group because we're going to make sure that our files are on a specific file group. So now we just execute the script, sp execute, and send our execute. Very patternistic design. So we could just copy this, create a new procedure. We'll do system object database because we are altering a database, then the file, and we're going to create single. So most of the work, and I'll say it a million times, most of the work in the system is trying to figure out how to name things. Like, what's a vague name? What's a specific name? And it feels kind of good that you no longer have to think about these very complex designs when you use this system over and over again. So just saved it, and I'm going to use the data point type all databases because it's got a lot of code that I need in it or that I could use in it. But I'm going to say all data. Actually, I should just say unit because that's what it is. I need it to be the database name and the subject family name. So instead of database, we're going to have data set type, but we'll still need the database type. So we will have cluster, blob, index, and columnar are our 4 file types for the unit. Oh, forgot TBL. There we go. We still want our nested cursor, but instead of create type, we want to do create file. Instead of database, we're going to use data set type. So now I just have to pull this from data set type. And yep, we're going to combine all this. It's going to be database file create single. This should be database name full. I won't make that mistake again. And I want to make sure I update my comment for the wiki when we get there. And I think that's good. Oh, that would have been crazy. That probably wouldn't have worked though, but So actually I have to declare a dataset type name. I should just get rid of these while I'm here. Feels kind of weird, you know, using SQL data types. I got used to them so quickly that now that we're at this point in time, we need to make sure that we're creating and using our types effectively. So that would be our file unit creator, and we can't really test it right now because we have to do the file group creator in our next video. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one where we will do the same thing for file groups.